A turning point in my life. Because I gained a great realization while climbing the mountain. I started this YouTube. I lost my way and asked to climb to the top. Wandering down the mountain road without a guidepost. And came to know the big chunk of the mountain. If I had only gone the right way, I would have looked straight ahead and taken a picture of the top before coming down. But I was deeply moved by the feeling of seeing a bigger mountain. As I repeatedly climbed and failed, I thought that I shouldn't be afraid of failure while living in the world, saying, there is so much to be gained from failure. And Socrates' teachings touched me. Let those who want to move the world move first. I thought YouTube, blog, ChatGPT were far from me. But like the saying that nothing happens if you don't try, Socrates' teachings became a turning point in my life. Even I, who don't know much about computers, did it. There may be people who say that this small thing is a big deal, but for me it was a big change. If there are things you have been hesitant about, deeply engrave the quotes of Socrates and Aristotle, and put them into practice right away. I support you and myself. Socrates quote, "The only good is knowledge, and the only evil is ignorance." Let those who want to move the world move first. Slow to friendship, but as you enter, continue firm and steadfast. The easiest and noblest way is to improve yourself, not to trample on others. The strong mind discusses ideas. The mediocre mind discusses events, and the weak mind discusses people. It's about focusing all your energy on creating something new. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. An honest man is always a child. Wonder is the beginning of wisdom. Prefer knowledge to wealth. One is temporary, the other eternal. Be what you will, and if we observe, we will find that all human virtues increase and strengthen themselves by practicing them. Lying is not only evil in itself, it infects the soul with evil. Aristotle's quote, "We are what we do repeatedly." Excellence, then, is a habit, not an act. The pleasure of work increases the perfection of work. It is a mark of a cultured mind. To be able to entertain an idea without accepting it. The root of education is bitter. But the fruit is sweet. Friendship is one soul in two bodies. The more you know, the more you don't know, every human being. The whole is more than the sum of its parts. Nature does not work in vain. The law is reason without passion. A wise man does not expose himself to danger unnecessarily, because he seldom cares enough. However, he is willing to give his life in times of great peril because he knows that life is not worth living under certain circumstances. Quality is a habit, not an action. To perceive is to suffer. Happiness depends on ourselves. We learn by doing what we must learn to do. The ultimate value of life lies not in mere survival, but in the power of awareness and contemplation. The purpose of art is not to express the appearance of things, but to express their inner meaning. No great genius has ever existed without a degree of anger. The energy of the heart is the essence of life. We are justified by doing just actions, moderate by doing moderate actions, and courageous by doing courageous actions. The worst of inequality, at their best, man is the noblest of all animals. Wit is educated, rudeness the educated man differs from the uneducated man as the living differs from the dead. The beginning of wisdom is the definition of the term. There is something wonderful about everything in nature. Education of the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. Thank you for listening.